Hockey is a weird sport. Unmatched physicality, neck-breaking speed, skill stacking everywhere, and it's all played on ice. It's the only sport where the best of the best truly have to have an X factor, a je ne sais quoi about their game. Some players spend years working on their game before they can crack the NHL. Some guys have to reinvent themselves entirely, but some guys, for one reason or any multitude of reasons, are superstars the second they step foot on the ice. Macklin Celebrini just hit 100 points in a season as a teenager. Out of the 8 billion people on this planet, only 6 people have ever achieved that milestone. Factor in the evolution in goaltending, systems, and skating, the NHL has never been a more difficult league to crack. Macklin Celebrini is 1 in a billion. So how did he become this good? I found the 5 biggest factors behind why Celebrini is a generational talent, and I ranked them from least to most important, starting with the factor you've probably seen more than any other, his goal scoring. When Bedard and Celebrini were back-to-back first overall picks, the idea was that Bedard would be a better scorer while Celebrini would be the better playmaker. Well, Celebrini is currently 10th all-time in goals from a teenager, while Bedard turned 20 years old, sitting 22nd. 40 goals on the season puts Celebrini 5th in the entire NHL, while sitting on over 250 shots, 6th in the NHL. That tells us he's getting a lot of scoring chances, and he's hyper efficient when he does get a shot off. Especially when you see that year to year, his shooting percentage has gone way up. The best part of Celebrini's goal scoring is easily his quick release wrist shot. It's quick enough and elite enough that you have to respect it in the offensive zone. Maybe the most terrifying part of it is how he has no distinct shooting preference. He's going top titty about as much as he's shooting low. It's a complete mindfuck when he's loading up for a one-timer, going low blocker on one shot, and then loads up for another one-timer next week and goes post and in glove side. But we've seen guys score at a better rate from a younger age. Goal scoring is not what makes a guy generational anymore. But something you don't see from a teenager very often is an elite defensive game. Celebrini is near the top of the league for takeaways, a trait that's synonymous with some of the best shooters in hockey. An elite defensive stick usually carries the same traits of an elite shot. It's quick, it's heavy, and it's deceptive. Where Celebrini scores so much is with his electric release. That same principle applies defensively, saving San Jose's ass many times this year. But defensively, his game is bigger than just a stick. Celebrini has an attack mindset on both defense and offense that puts him in the fight on every single shift. I don't think everyone wants to hear this, but this is why Celebrini was line 1 on Team Canada while Bedard was watching the gold medal game from Banter Room. Being so reliable on the ice at such a young age while having the drive to play a 200-foot game is why a guy like McKinnon is calling Celebrini the second best player in the world behind McDavid and ahead of himself. Maturity and work ethic. That being said, in the NHL, Celebrini's defensive game isn't necessarily great analytically. But to be fair, that's because he's not in a position to play great defense. It's just not worth it having him deep in the zone and slowing down on breakouts. But that's also why right now, Celebrini's defense is not what makes him generational. Now, Celebrini is a risk taker on ice. I'm sure he would love an extra layer of defense. Unfortunately, you can't just subscribe to a monthly service that protects your identity and encrypts your internet connection. I guess he could just use Surfshark VPN. Celebrini is on the road a lot, and with the big ticket he's about to sign, he has got a lot to lose if someone taps into his banking or social media from that sneaky airport or hotel Wi-Fi. It just makes sense for him to secure his data and encrypt his digital footprint with Surfshark. Personally, I'm basically just like Celebrini. That's why I used Surfshark when traveling to Europe last summer. It's a cheat code for travel. You can even save some cheddar on uppriced flights. Having encrypted internet means they can't hit you with surge pricing. They don't know you. And traveling abroad, no one is above corporate America's regional licensing agreements. No one. Except for Surfshark, who has over 140 locations with constantly rotating IP addresses. That makes it the best option for streaming the same shows as back home when you experience regional blackouts. And this didn't come from me, but the same goes for watching sports online or at home. The value is unreal with Surfshark. Unlimited devices, and if you use my link, surfshark.com/bighead, or use code BIGHEAD at checkout, you can get 4 extra months of Surfshark VPN. Try it risk-free with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Check it out. The link is in the description. Thank you so much to the San Jose Surfsharks for sponsoring this video. Okay, let's get back at it. But when you watch Celebrini skate and you squint just a little bit, you'd think this guy is a 10-year vet with 10 years under the belt of Barbara Edelbaum's skating lessons. One of the most important layers a guy can have in today's game is being great at skating and transporting the puck. This isn't the be-all end-all for a player, but it's usually the separator if that guy can drive a line and be the number one option or not. It comes from Celebrini's stick handling and skating. He's world class. He can battle through contact while keeping possession, and he is unbelievable at telegraphing one thing with his body and posture while keeping it for himself. Sometimes he moves like a Russian defenseman, just saying fuck it, do it all himself, except he doesn't really have the same attitude of fuck the team, I'm here for a check. He's doing this on an ELC and playing for gold for his country. It's honestly pretty sick to watch. But when you're this good at skating and transporting the puck, you have to put yourself in more difficult situations. Celebrini attacks the middle as often as possible, and he's hard enough to contain that you can't gap up on him too tight. Top end speed, he's not really a burner by any means, but he skates so much and so often that he's everywhere all over the ice. It's not a guy moving at 110% for one burst, it's a guy moving at 90% for the entire duration of a shift. Chuck in the fact he's the only forward in the entire National League who's led his team in ice time this decade. He's full throttle on every single shift. But at the very top of the game, on any given night, there's a handful of guys who can transition the puck. Maybe not as well as Celebrini, maybe they don't attack the middle of the ice, maybe they don't create as much off the rush, but they're at least in the same realm. That's why Mac's transition game in skating is not what makes him generational. Now, there's no science behind this claim, but this is easily the most genetic element that makes a superstar. Your poise and mindset as a person is impossible to change. What you truly desire is impossible to change. Every name on this list wants to win hockey games first, except maybe Wayne. He wants to funnel a couple beers before the game. It's cool, don't worry about it. There hasn't been a single level Celebrini has played at where he wasn't comfortable playing his game. Gold medal game, USA, Canada, Celebrini's mindset was the same as 5 p.m. game against the Canucks. Attack, attack, attack. That poise and attack mindset are why Celebrini is so deceptive. He's full throttle while having all the raw tools to just work you as a 19-year-old. Leading the rush against the Blue Jackets, he's entering kind of a clusterfuck. Kind of like Iran or the ABS challenge system. There's just a lot of people dialed in on Celebrini right now. So what does he do? He creates width through the neutral zone, doubling down once he's in the zone and just going as far east as possible. It's not easy to stay focused when there's 3 guys on you, but after going wide into the zone, he knows F2 and F3 are going to be on the close side. Smith makes a great pass. Chernyshov with a piss missile. Goodbranson went 3rd overall, don't forget, and that's Sharks hockey. But then Celebrini's on the power play, and Trouba's off the nos, couple minutes late to his spot. Mac's got time and space, but the shot just isn't there. Don't force it. If one domino fell, then another has to fall somewhere. The PK structure collapsed hard enough that Smith is wide open in the slot. Trouba still didn't get there, right on the taint. That's a goal. Poise and deception are elite skills in the NHL world. You have to have a brain that wants it and a body that can follow, but I still don't think that's the biggest factor behind Celebrini being a star. To be the best of the best, to hang 100 points in a season before your 20th birthday, there's one X factor that follows every single one of these players. They are the smartest people on the ice. A game this fast with this many factors, you can't just study it all beforehand. You need to be able to react to situations faster and figure out what's next on the fly. That's where Macklin Celebrini is already a master. Attack mindset is one thing. An elite shot is one thing. Getting guys sent down to the jungle because you just walked him, he's 34, you're 19, kind of nails, kind of crazy. That's one thing. But if you can't process a game at the level that Celebrini does, it just doesn't mean anything. Knowing when and how to use the tools is where a 1 in a million becomes a 1 in a billion. Hockey IQ is where you see 3 different layers to Celebrini's game materialize. His off-puck game, his playmaking, and how he thrives in complex environments. Not like he's an extremophile or anything, but he's willingly making the game more chaotic when he's on the ice so he can create chances. The game is just slower for him. He's hyper-aggressive on the forecheck, and he is just nasty at corralling pucks, bit of a slutty puck magnet, and he drives broken plays into high-danger chances. That's why he's one of the better playmakers in hockey, and that's why he's only behind McKinnon and McDavid in slot driving plays out of anyone in the NHL. He's so good at finding his way into the blue paint despite being one of the only options on the Sharks on any given night. High hockey IQ means you know what your opponent wants and you're taking advantage of it. But for Celebrini, he knows what his opponents want, what his teammates want, and he's a selfish servant dishing it out at any time possible. The shot is such a great tool for just fucking with defenses. It's such a quick release that you have to square up to the shot or get a stick on it, otherwise it's just going in. That makes playmaking so much easier. But the hockey IQ is why Celebrini is so good off puck as well. And it's also why Celebrini worked so well alongside McDavid at the Olympics. He led the Olympics in goals as a teenager. That never really happens in real Olympics. Sorry, Slavkovsky, 2022 does not count. But if Celebrini wasn't the primary play driver in San Jose, he could just as easily be a finisher, finding little slants, little routes, support the play without the puck. This guy could have been a catch and shoot 60 goal guy this season if he wanted to. I also wanted to say this earlier, but Celebrini has the 7th hardest shot from a forward all season. That's just ridiculous. I don't really know what that means, but it's just crazy. Celebrini's off-puck routes are so good that he is constantly getting the puck in dangerous areas and just ripping it right away. Celebrini can do everything. It's what makes him generational. He has an elite shot, great defense, elite skating, an all-time mindset, and is all combined with the best hockey IQ from a teenager we have seen in ages. LeBron is back, and he's a 19-year-old white kid from Vancouver, Canada. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe.